what is violence actually? Because to put it in a little perspective, violence could be something, as you said, very sneaky, and we've all had experiences with men clicking us on mobile phones. A voyeuristic adult party in the group, and you're getting clicked, even if you're wearing very normal clothes. And then all of you heard of that Soumya Vishwanathan case when she was shot at night when she was driving back at 3 in the morning. That's a violation of a different kind because she was a woman driving a car alone at 3 in the morning. In fact,
किसी ने सोचा है कि घर में भी वुमेन के ऊपर वायलेंस और सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट हो सकता है, और इस बारे में हम क्या कर सकते हैं? कितनी भी पढ़ी लिखी लड़की क्यों ना हो, वो इस बारे में क्या खुले सामने आकर बात कर सकती है कि यहाँ पर कितने केसेस हैं जो ऐसे होते हैं? तो इस बारे में क्या हम कोई प्लेटफॉर्म बना सकते हैं कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी सेंसिटिविटी के साथ? क्योंकि असॉल्ट और वायलेंस सिर्फ एक पब्लिक स्पेस की बात नहीं है, ये घरों में भी होती है। अगर हम सोचते हैं कि आज हमारा घर लड़कियों के लिए, और खाली लड़कियों के लिए नहीं, बच्चों के लिए, आज हमें अपने बच्चों को, लड़कियों को सिखाना भी चाहिए और उन्हें सुरक्षित भी रखना चाहिए। तो इस बारे में भी हमें सोचना चाहिए। बस मैं यही कहूँगा।
इस बारे में बोलना चाहता हूँ।
This is a very powerful thought, you know, और ये सोच हमारे भाई हैं और पीछे उनसे प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट्स इन द होम, और उसी की वजह से वो समाज में आती है। हम उनसे बोल रहे थे, अगर बाप और बेटा अपनी बीवी और सिस्टर से सिखाया जाता है कि पर्दा में रखा जाना चाहिए, तो उनका सिचुएशन ऐसा है, एंड सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट इज द वर्स्ट क्राइम ऑफ इट, इवन एट अ स्मॉल लेवल, जो उत्कर्ष बोल रहा था, खाना पका, that's where it starts. तो अगर उनके साथ आप ठीक तरह से you can't keep relations, how are you going to keep relations with women in public?
मेरा नाम मेहदी हुसैन है। मैं यूपी से आया हूँ और मैं दिल्ली में मैंने पढ़ाई दिल्ली में हुई की है, अब मैं दिल्ली में ही सेटल हूँ। लेकिन मैं यूपी में मैंने काफ़ी टाइम बिताया है। मैंने अपने घर में भी देखा है, अभी भी जो लोग मेरी फैमिली में गांव में रहते हैं, उनके बच्चों को लड़कियों से बिहेव ऐसा किया जाता है जैसे एक लड़का कोई एनिमल्स हो, बकरी का बच्चा हो, जैसे इसको कोई कहीं पे भी जाना हो तो उसको साथ में भेजेगा, कोई भी सेफ नहीं है, कोई भी किसी कोई कहीं जाना स्कूल तो वो प्राइमरी स्कूल तक जा सकती है, उसके बाद उसको अलाउड नहीं है घर से निकलना। अगर वो खेत में भी जाना चाहती है क्योंकि वहाँ टॉयलेट नहीं है गाँव में अभी भी लड़कियों के लिए, तो वो किसी के साथ जाएगी, कोई फैमिली का बड़ा मेंबर होगा साथ में, मतलब उनके साथ बहुत ऐसा बिहेव किया जाता है जैसे बाउंडेशन होती है उनके पास।
We've been restricting violence definition to being violent and sexual. I personally believe that violence is emotional violence is also a huge thing which we have to at least discuss in this open house, if not anywhere else. And that comes from a structural violence which needs to be broken. And that structure is everything we live. So the structure is essentially the societal norms, the reinforcement of gender type which have been going on for generations, they're one after the other. So when you talk of emotional violence, it's something which is not violent in a term of being beaten up or being raped, but it's something which happens 24/7, 365 in the most elite and the most downtrodden circles as well. And in the terms of gender, I'm glad that as a house we it's not just about women, it's about alternate sexuality. Essentially, it's about vulnerability, which again the structural violence reinforces. And as the gentleman said, and as all of us have been discussing, this structural violence is essentially the root cause, and I would personally love to hear more about what's reinforcing it, why. It's hardly about Delhi or Bombay or Calcutta. What's the structural violence?
Just
whenever we use the term violence, because whenever we've heard it or even started, that happened and that was violence. And to come to think of it, for example, if there is a village, and not just village, there are several places in this city as well where there are no toilets for women. And my right to education gets violated. Isn't that violence? I come to a city because I have got some bit of education now and I really want to do something, explore myself. It's normalized. So hoga hi. So you don't do anything about it. Till the time you reach a stage which actually you think has snowballed and it's gone to, impinge your body and body of a woman, that's when you say it's violence. But you know what? When a woman gets stared, you ask anybody who's here, you actually feel the most violated. It's like an insect. It really puts you so, because you immediately check yourself. Unfortunately, the kind of mindset from a friendly point of view, I will check myself for sure the first time. If it's friendly, I do not mind, because that's teasing. I can tease her, she can tease him, he can tease him. If I call this guy by names in a friendly manner, he might not get offended. The moment you make that person uncomfortable, that is when you cross the line, and that's when it is sexual harassment. I am sorry, it is not eve teasing. You tease your friends, you do not tease strangers, you do not tease people when you're making them feel uncomfortable. You do not tease because you know that that person will not speak up. That's not teasing, that's sexual harassment. Because there is an underlined and at the same time a very direct sexual impact to it, in what Uma was also saying. And sexual harassment, that's why, is not gender specific. Gender is the cutting identity to it.